decay. By letting go, you've awakened. In one way, shape, or form, plenty ways, shapes, or forms throughout your journey, you've had to let go. You've had to trust yourself. The belief systems, we call them streets. Sometimes we go down a particular street and we get to the end of the street and it's not what we thought it was. It's like, nah, this ain't it. I thought this was it. I was riding with y'all for a minute and now I think I need to take another turn. You move into one school of thought, you grow up as a Christian or in a Catholic school, and you go down that street as far as you can, and then at one point or another, you don't resonate with what's going on, and you're like, I don't like where this street going. I think it's time for me to turn on another street. And you go to another school of thought, another master or guru or what have you, and they tell you do this and tell you do that, and you riding with them, you're going down that street, and then one day you hit a bump in the road, you're like, I ain't resonating no more with this street. I think it's time for me to switch streets. That compass inside the heart space, it know where it's going. It know where you're going. They know the truth. That's where you're going. You want to go home. And you get on these streets because something sounds familiar and it feels good. You're like, okay, look, I think I'm going to ride with y'all. This sounds pretty cool. Y'all doing this right here? All right, I'm going to do this with y'all. Yeah, because the gods and black man, I'm going to ride with y'all a little bit. Let me see what's going on. And then you find a bump in the road. Nah, this ain't. I'm trying to get home. I was riding with y'all for a minute, but we getting a little weird right now. Let me go and take down. Like, look, oh no. I need to turn down this street. I'm not feeling this street no more. Through letting go, you've awakened. Through letting go. Through trusting yourself. It made sense for a little while. We was riding for a minute. I got what I, took all the pieces and things started to make sense. And then I got to a space. I had to turn off that street. Okay, I like this part. I like what y'all said there, but y'all going left. I'm going right. Yeah, no doubt. By letting go, you've awakened. At this point in your experience, know this. You're operating at a frequency higher than you've ever prior to this moment. You're operating at a frequency higher than ever prior to this moment. Because you let go. You've been letting go of stuff through moving down the road, following your heart, and you jump on board of one thing and then they don't fit no more. You jump on them once again. You continue to let go. Continue to experience, observe your brothers and sisters amongst the journey of attempting to realize and find our way home. And through letting go, we've found the path that we're on. We find ourselves on a path. And the path was designed for us to let go. It was designed for us to make those choices and continue to let go. Did we have the strength to let go? Did we trust ourselves enough to let go, to get on board this thing with this person or this group of people and let go? To walk with all these individuals down this street and all of a sudden stop and say to ourselves, I think we're going the wrong way. And of course, you won't about that life. You won't about attempting to get them to change directions or change streets. You change streets. Y'all can keep going that way. But me, I'm feeling a little different. I trust myself enough at this point in my journey to change directions. Okay, I can't follow y'all no more. That's what becoming a leader is all about. That's what becoming a leader looks like. Now let's get something straight. Let's get something straight. We family, so I can talk to y'all. Because this is something that it can be a thing. Something that can be a blockage. And I'm pretty sure we've experienced enough blockages and continue to experience enough blockages to not feel the need to acquire more. So, write this down. Holding a higher frequency is not one of consistent joy and bliss. Holding a higher frequency is not one of consistent joy and bliss, but about one's heightened awareness. I'll say it one more time for the go round. Holding a higher frequency is not one of constant joy and bliss, but heightened awareness. Now, it can seem confusing because we've established a concept of frequency, right? We've established a concept of frequency. In that many have been told that you look at your emotions, right? We've established this concept about frequency, right? And anytime we talk about frequency and vibration, and of course we kind of pair that or put a parallel to positive thinking and negative thinking, and we feel as if good feelings equals high vibration. Bad feelings or bad vibes equals low vibration. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it at all. That's not it at all, okay? Now, it's a piece of it, but a very small piece. It's a piece of it. It's a piece of the puzzle, but a very small piece. Okay? It doesn't mean you're going to raise your vibration or evolve in frequency and then always be happy. That's the suggestion in embracing that particular configuration. If I'm a high vibration, I'm going to always be happy. I'm going to always be in a good mood. And, once again, love and light land. And it's like, got to step back. Here's where grounding is so important, because so many of us, we identify ourselves with our emotions, our frequency of being. And emotions are temporary. You're eternal. You are an eternal being. All the emotions, these are temporary. Your peace. That's who you are. This is a spectrum, or a spectrum of frequency. Now, we talked about this before, as far as the expansion of our capacity to feel. The expansion of our capacity to feel has everything to do with our healing process. Our ability to feel more, is based on our capacity of acceptance. The more emotional content that we process as we experience ourselves more, aspects of ourselves more, the heights of happiness and bliss and the depths of sorrow and pain. There's an expansion of our capacity to process certain emotions as we heal, as we accept. The deeper our capacity gets, the more balance we're able to maintain amongst all of our experiences. The more we remain sturdy amongst the waves of emotion and experience. Because we recognize ourselves to be beyond. Now, this is not to say we're objective to our emotions. Of course, we're here to feel. We're alive to feel. But first and foremost, we're alive. I exist. I am. Therefore, I am blessed. Now, I'm alive to feel. But once again, first and foremost, I'm alive. I exist. I exist. Period. That comes first. And of course, we're alive to feel. We incarnate in a physical body to feel. But I exist regardless of how I feel or if I feel or not. Now, to exist in a higher frequency of being, you're going to be sad. You're going to experience sadness, put it that way. You can be in a higher frequency of being and be sad. You can experience sadness. Now, granted, sadness is different when you're in a higher frequency. There's a different approach, a different fabric or emotional fabric or frequency of sadness from these higher planes of existence. Now, you experience the emotion, but at the same time, the way in which you experience the emotion is different because the filter is less. The filter is more broad. You're experiencing sadness from a higher frequency of being, which basically means from a higher level of awareness. Absolutely, Jay. Higher perspective. Your consciousness is expanded. However, you're experiencing sadness. Seeing from a higher vantage point that sadness. It doesn't define you, but at the same time, you're experiencing it. It's just that you're experiencing it from a higher perspective, from a higher frequency of being. It's different. So once again, it doesn't mean that you're lowering your frequency when you feel fear or anger. It does not mean that. It's a different frequency of fear. A different frequency of anger. Surprisingly, you still have a spectrum of emotions to experience, even as a fifth dimensional being. Here's something that's necessary for us to understand when it comes to like wrapping all of this around You're changing frameworks. There's a band or frequency band of emotions that you exchange when it comes from the lower frequency to the higher frequency. And I do this on purpose because in the lower frequencies, in the lower frequency of existence, in the lower frequency of existence, you feel less feelings. In the lower frequency of being, you experience less feelings. In a higher frequency, you experience more feelings. You go from this bandwidth to this bandwidth. From a third dimensional bandwidth of emotions to a fourth to a fifth dimensional bandwidth of emotions. Expansion. It's called expansion.